Namaste students. Today we will discuss about types of chemical equation. Chemical equations. One thing is clear from previous lecture. We use chemical equation for better understanding of chemical reaction. Now let us start types of chemical equations. There are two types of chemical equations. One is balanced chemical equation and other is unbalanced chemical equation. Unbalanced chemical equation. So question is that what is balanced chemical equation? If the number of atoms present in reactant side is equal to the number of atoms present in product side the chemical equation is said to be balanced chemical equation. As for example, when carbon reacts with oxygen from air, it forms carbon dioxide. In this chemical equation, carbon and oxygen are reactant and carbon dioxide is product. We see that there are two atoms such as carbon and the atom of oxygen take part in chemical reaction, because we know that in any chemical reaction atoms take part in chemical reaction. Only rearrangement of atoms takes place and that responsible for the formation of new substance. So here we see that carbon reacts with oxygen and then after it forms carbon dioxide, and for simplicity we express this chemical reaction in terms of chemical equation. Here we see that it is either balanced or unbalanced. In this chemical equation, atom of carbon and oxygen are present. In reactant side, we see that number of atoms, and in product side, we see the number of atoms. In reactant side, the number of atom is one atom of carbon, and we see that in reactant side, the number of oxygen atom is 2. While in product side, we also see that the number of atom of carbon in carbon dioxide 1, and the number of atoms of oxygen in carbon dioxide is 2. Here we see that number of atoms present in reactant side and the product side are equal. That's why this chemical equation is said to be balanced chemical equation. Now we have to know about unbalanced chemical equation. In unbalanced chemical equation, the number of atoms present in reactant side is not equal to number of atoms present in product side, and that's why such type of chemical equation is said to be unbalanced chemical equation. Just for example, when magnesium reacts with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. In this chemical equation, we see that one is magnesium atom and other is oxygen atom, and we count the number of atoms present in reactant side and the number of atoms present in product side. Here the atom of magnesium and oxygen, and R stands for reactant and P stands for product. The number of atom of magnesium in reactant side is 1, and the number of atoms of oxygen in reactant side is 2. While the number of atoms present in product side in magnesium oxide Mg1 and oxygen is 1. So we see that the number of atoms present in reactant side is not equal to number of atoms present in product side. That's why we say that this chemical equation is unbalanced chemical equation. Dear students, a question may be asked by anyone: why do we balance unbalanced chemical equation? Your answer will be, to maintain the law of conservation of mass, we balance any chemical equation. So, question is that how can we balance chemical equation? There are different methods for balancing chemical equation. Different methods for balancing chemical equation. One and most important, heat and trial method. Partial equation method. Half reaction method, etc. But in this syllabus of class 10th, we have to only discuss about heat and trial method, and heat and trial method is most important method for the balancing of chemical equation. In heat and trial method, we use a counting number as a coefficient that makes the number of atoms present in reactant side is equal to number of atoms present in product side. We use a coefficient in the form of counting number that responsible for making number of atoms present in reactant side is equal to number of atoms present in product side. So previously we see that in the form of chemical equation Mg plus O2, it forms MgO and it is unbalanced chemical equation. Therefore, how can we balance? We balance such type of chemical equation by hit and trial method. In the product side, we see that number of atom of oxygen is 1, while in the reactant side the number of atom is 2. So we use 2 as a coefficient that makes number of atom in the product side is 2 and number of atoms of oxygen in reactant side is also 2. But here we see that the number of magnesium atoms becomes 2 due to 2 acts as a coefficient. So we multiply in the magnesium atom of the reactant into 2, and that makes chemical equation balanced. Here we see that in reactant side the number of atoms of magnesium is 2, while in product side the number of magnesium atom is also 2. The number of oxygen atom in reactant side is 2, while the number of atom of oxygen atom is also 2. That's why by using a counting number we balance this chemical equation. So dear students, you have to practice more chemical equation by using hit and trial method, and next class we also discuss how can we make more informative chemical equation. Thank you.